Hello, so I figured that I would just do a review on all the Coastal Scents items that I got from their website. So this won't be on the 88 palette that I have, but it'll be on the items that I featured in the haul early last month. So without further ado, I'll start. I'll just start with the one item that isn't a brush. And I got the Coastal Scents Light Camo Quad. What this is just cream concealer. There's a white, there's a yellow tone, there's a pale skin tone, and there's a little darker skin tone. I actually find that this matches my face perfectly, and that this one is like I can put it on over my makeup in case I miss a spot, and then this is for like really deep like red marks, and I use this basically for the whites or in the corners of my eyes. So this was $7.95 from the Coastal Scents website. And with this, I mean, I was really expecting this stuff to be creamier. Like, it's pretty easy to blend. However, I find it a bit chalky and drying, and I have really oily skin. And the fact that it like cakes up and like flakes in my nose, and it actually, you know, emphasizes like, sorry, there's hair in my mouth. The fact that it actually emphasizes like, you know, dry patches of skin. Like, I hardly have any dry patches of skin, but the fact that it does that, it's like, wow, why is it doing that? If you use too much of this before putting foundation on, it will make your face look cakey and grainy. Now, for the past week, I've been using this over my L'Oreal Studio Secrets Magic Perfecting Base, and I do find that, you know, it has improved in its chalky, grainy dryness, but it's still there, and it's still bothersome. Before this, I normally use liquid concealer, like this is my Maybelline Mineral Power. This is more of a yellow tone concealer. I use that one under my eyes, like for the circles of my eyes. And the reason I do that is that I tried using this under the circles of my eyes, and then I tried setting it with powder. And even after I do that, or if I just leave it as is, after about 10 minutes, it settles into like, I guess the bags or the wrinkles. I have wrinkles, again, I'm 21, I have wrinkles. So it's after 10 minutes or so, it settled into like the bags and wrinkles under my eyes. So that there was like a line, like see that? That line right there? There was like a line of, you know, white. And it just settled in there after, you know, 10 minutes. The only way that it doesn't settle in there is if I don't use this, and use this instead under my eyes. So I mean, I don't moisturize my skin. With the type of skin I have, I would not moisturize before putting on a base or anything, or foundation or this, because it would make me look like a grease ball, and that's really gross. But this, I mean, is really dry. It flakes and cakes into pieces. Especially here, towards my nose. I mean, I needed concealer anyway, and this does do the job. Like, it does cover my blemishes before I put on my foundation. It does do the job. However, like, I'll use this till it runs out, but I probably will not buy it again. And I know that there's a huge hype about this in YouTube. People are raving about this, and I'm like, why? It's like, I use my fingers to apply because I find applying concealer easier with my fingers. I mean, my advice would be to use this product sparingly. It's really easy to pick up too much, especially the white. If you want to put the white in the inner corners of your eyes, it's really easy to pick up too much of this. And if you do that, and if you put too much on, it'll make your face look cakey and nasty. Okay, so that's those. And now I'm going to be reviewing the 4 brushes I got real quickly. The first one I ordered was the Tapered Crease Eye Brush. This actually says Stiff Tapered Crease, but on the website this is the Tapered Crease Eye Brush. This was, I believe, $2.49, and I don't use this for crease work. I use this, this applies my highlight. It picks up the color really, really well, and I use that, and then I blend it in. This is an amazing blending brush. Like, this is incredible. Like, I applied way too much of this, and there's like a huge like chunk of blue here, and it looked ridiculous. I just swirled this over and it like softened it and really made it look blended and got like, look, there's no more harsh lines. It got rid of the harsh lines, and this is just, I love this brush. Now when I got it, it did smell like turpentine. Not as bad as the other one, but it did smell a little bit. This brush also does shed occasionally, like one like little hair may fall out of it like every other time I use it. But for the job it does, like, I do have this it's like Ben's, my contour brush from Target, and I do like it, but the thing is that it's how can I say it? I mean, if it wasn't bent from being in my bag, it'd be better for me to show you, but it is tapered to a point, a very fine point. Well, not very fine, but the fact that there's a point there makes it difficult for it to blend. This is more rounded. This, it really isn't, there's no tip there. I'm trying desperately to get the shape back into this brush. So this brush, I love it. It blends marvelously. It applies color well, is really good as well. I haven't tried the Crease yet, but this is just, I'm going to highlight and blend that into the top color and then soften blends on the outside, and this is just, I love it. I love this brush. I totally recommend it. Okay, so the next Coastal Scents brush I got was the pink oval fluff eye brush. Maybe that's what it's called, whatever. And it looks like this. And it has more hairs and it's more densely packed than my elf brush. The thing that's weird about this, and like I don't know if you see this, but like it's sort of like, yeah, like curved. Like the bristles aren't, it's like crooked, you know, like they're all not like this. It is sort of like a wave in the bristles, like, which they aren't, you know, straight back and forth like my elf brush. See, sort of like wavy. There's like a wave thing going. Anyway, this brush did smell like turpentine. Still does a little, even after washing it and using it and washing it again. But this is really great for packing on color. I really love this brush. I think this was $1.95, and this is really good. Really good. I think I must have gotten like a defective elf brush. I mean, it works, but like, look at that. I mean, it's like choppy and uneven. Look at that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, that it's like pointed like that and all the hairs are cut unevenly. I don't know. I mean, that works, but this is really good. I alternate between using these two. But I love this brush. Okay. And then the last brush I got from Coastal Scents. Sorry, I'm just trying to mess with this to try and get this back. So the last brush I got from Coastal Scents is the bent liner brush. White. It's on the side. It's a white angle liner brush. This is $2.19, and I mean, I've used it a couple times, and I'm still, I guess, trying to work with it. Because right now I only have one cream or gel liner. This is my Wet n Wild, and I have a difficult time using it because I haven't yet really learned how to use this. But I've heard rave reviews about it, so it must be good once you get the hang of it. So if you've never used a brush like this before to apply cream or gel liner or any kind of liner at all, like, I guess it takes time to work with it and everything. The only thing I found that's kind of weird was, like, after I used it once and I washed it, it kind of like stained the bristles. I don't know if you could see that. I keep this on here to protect the bristles and keep them from splaying, but I don't know if you see that. But like, it's like stained them blue. And the thing is, I use purple. So, I don't know. But this, once I get the hang of using this, and once I'm not lazy and I decide to try using this more, I'm going to try using this tomorrow. Maybe I'll get the hang out of this, but I do like it and I don't regret buying it. So those are the items that I bought off the Coastal Scents website. A special shout out to Real Beauty, Real People for recommending this blending brush. Of the brushes I got, this is my favorite. I've been using this for the past 2 weeks and it just blends marvelously. Like, I never have to worry about applying too much or having it look uneven and ridiculous because I can always soften it and blend it, and I love it. Okay, so that's that. And I hope that you all have a great rest of the day.